I love to travel. I go to Las Vegas as often as I can. I work in Las Vegas. And if you've ever been out there, you realize it's a walk-around kind of town. And every nightclub out there has someone someone's perched on a bar stool in front of the club to entice people to come back and see whatever show is going on. Now, I'm walking out Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas, and there is, in fact, a young lady in front of a nightclub, about half my age, lovely as she can be. As I walk by, she says to me, "I like your tie." I said, "Excuse me?" She said, "I like your tie." I said, "Are you flirting with me?" She said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Young lady, I'm a 60-year-old man from Louisville, Kentucky. You want to get my full attention, do not discuss my tie. You want to get my full attention, tell me you have a $2 off coupon good for Metamucil." Now you've got my attention. She said, "Well, I work here at this club. Come back and see the show." I said, "I love to see the show, but I'm the comic at the Plaza Hotel. I have 3 shows myself tonight." She says, "What time do you get off?" I said, "I get off at 2 o'clock in the morning." She said, "I get off at 2 o'clock in the morning. Come by at 2:15, take me to breakfast. We'll find a late nightclub, get a couple drinks, go back." I said, whoa, slow down. Number 1, young lady, we hardly know each other. Number 2, you're half my age. And most importantly, number 3, I'm a married man. I probably shouldn't do something like that. Then she says, "Well, how married are you?" "Really? How married am I? Well, let me think. I'm flat broke and I've lost the will to live. You tell me." I am a married man. I can sense the disappointment. "Yes, ma'am, that's a joke. There's not a girl in the world disappointed that I'm already married." Well, I'm going to take that back. There is one. Are you a married couple sitting up front here? Married couple? I can tell because you're not touching. Anyway, how long have y'all been married, ma'am? How many years? 20 years. How'd you meet this pretty girl? How'd you all meet?
Got in a fight, she kicked my butt.
You got in a fight and she kicked your butt, as it were. Well, that is romance, I must say. Here's how I met my wife. This is a true story. I had a comedy show in a nightclub in Savannah, Georgia. She sat in the front row. She didn't laugh at a word I said. I thought to myself, if she can't make you miserable, nobody can. Stopped her on the way out. We got married a year later. Here's why she didn't laugh. As it turns out, we're opposite. We're polar opposites, any topic you care to name. We're an interracial couple. Yes, we are. I'm from Kentucky, and she's not a relative. I know how close to home that joke hits her out in Utah, so I'm not going to pound on that too hard. We're opposite any topic you want to name. Doesn't matter. Taking a shower. I take a shower. The water's 94 degrees. Gets me clean, gets me warm. Mrs. Klein likes to shower in a stream of molten lava. People stop in from Pompeii. We're opposite. Having fun. Here's what I do to have fun. I'm a middle-aged man from Louisville, Kentucky. I go to Churchill Downs racetrack, might play some poker, shoot some golf. My wife and her friends, they go out, they get some drinks, and they go to see a psychic for what is called a psychic reading. I don't go to psychics. I don't believe in psychics. Now, I'm going to tell you why. It seems to me that if the psychic really were psychic, she would have known 25 years ago that she'd be living on the edge of town in a mobile home. That's my theory on psychic. The first thing my wife tells the psychic, "My husband said this would be a total waste of our money." Well, the psychic, being an honest person, says, "Frankly, Mrs. Klein, your husband sounds like a real jerk." My wife goes, "Wow." Opposites. We're opposites. Physically, we're opposite. You see me up here. I'm 5 feet 5 inches tall wearing cowboy boots. I weigh 151 pounds. So I'm built real short and kind of squatty. My wife is a 125-pound, 5 foot 10 inch tall, green-eyed redhead. She towers over me as the angel of death. And I said one time, honey, does it ever bother you how much shorter I am than you are? She said, only when you can't go on the rides with me at the fair. Now, about our third date, she did ask me, why didn't my height intimidate you? And being a comic, you got to think on your feet a little bit. So I said, well, if your great beauty did not shoo me off, what makes you think your height would? She said, keep talking, Shorty, you're almost home. But I'll tell you this, I've been married for 25 years. My wife walks in the room, my heart still skips a beat. That is true. You call it love, you call it fear. Doesn't much matter to me. I
don't care. Local man robs Wendy's with alligator. We're the alligator boys now.
And the lady, they sitting in the bank, should be going,